This week, I received an email about a civic leader who had had a huge personal problem during their time in office. Now, I'm not going to go into that because actually it's going to feature somewhere else on this blog, and it's an amazing story and I don't want to spoil it. But it did get me to thinking about civic leaders that have to deal with problems during their time in office, and not problems connected with their office, I mean personal problems. So one of the reasons why I started the National Network for Civic Leaders was so that we could have somewhere where we could all meet up and we could be honest about what happened to us during our time in office, and honest what's going on with current civic leaders, because there is a tendency to stand around at these kind of events where mayors and chairs all meet up and say, oh, my year's going wonderful, everything's fantastic and everything's brilliant, and I've nothing against that as such, but I think we need somewhere where we can come together and we can be honest and we can share the fact that sometimes things are very difficult whilst you're in office. So, for example, while I was mayor, my wife suffered from some mental health problems, and that was very, very difficult for me. And it's not an uncommon experience. I've met a lot of civic leaders who've had similar sort of experiences, illness, problems with employment, problems with the health of their family and friends. So it's not uncommon. So what I thought I'd do was just give you 3 little tips about how to deal with problems like that whilst you're in office. So first and foremost, you've got to acknowledge the fact that you've got a great support system there. Yeah, the only way to really get help is to go out and ask for it, and you do have a lot of people there on your side. So remember that you've got an escort who's there. They love you, they want to support you, they're there to help you. Use them when you do have big problems. And also, you might not see your friends quite as much as you'd like to during your time in office, but they're still there for you, and remember that they're there for you. And all they are is a phone call away. So just remember the support that you've got. That's my first tip. Just don't forget you're not alone. The second thing I think that's really important is if you prepare for your time in office, that makes dealing with problems like that a whole lot easier. So if you prepare well and you develop a vision and you have a very clear idea of what you want to achieve during your time in office, when you have setbacks, it makes it a lot easier for you to prioritize, because you've worked out what is important to you, what you're going to do with your time. If you think, well, now I've got a little bit less time, I've got a little bit less energy, I'm not going to be able to do as much as I'd hoped, you know the thing that you're going to stop doing, and you know the things that you're going to concentrate on, because you know what's important to you and you know what you're really trying to achieve. So having prepared, having a really solid vision for your time in office allows you to prioritize, gives you a great idea of what you can achieve, even if you are having some difficulties. And the final recommendation that I have for you is delegate. 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 Delegation is absolutely key to being a great civic leader. In my opinion, as a civic leader, you shouldn't have anything to do. All you should need to do is go to events, shine, be amazing, make a great speech, really connect with people on a one-to-one basis, engage online before, during and after the event. Just concentrate on those things, because those are the things that only you can do. Running your community strategy, your charity strategy, looking at really how you're going to have an impact, then that's what you need somebody in the background to do. Because if you can delegate that, then you don't have to worry about it. You should concentrate on the things that only you can do. And then if you do have problems whilst you're in office, those things are still going to happen because you've delegated them. You've got somebody on your side who's going to do all of those things. So those are my 3 tips. Really, if you do have any problems during your time in office, use the support that you've got. Don't forget that your friends and your family are still there for you. Prepare, have a clear vision. That way, when you do have any problems, you can prioritize and make the most of what time and energy you do have. And finally, delegate. If you get as much off your plate as you can, allows you to shine at events, but it also allows you to cope with setbacks. So those are my 3 tips. I hope you find them helpful. If I can help you in any way, whether you have a major problem or not, if I can help you in any way, please get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. My name's Duncan Baskerville Brown. I'm the Civic Coach. Thank you very much.